For those of you just now joining us, I am trying to practice the end of Deadlocked from 64% to 100. I'm trying to get it consistent because I keep choking on dual wave and mini wave. So I'm just trying to get it solid before we send more run attempts. But the goal is to beat Deadlocked today. We still have a couple hours of the stream left. So I think we can do it. I just need to be diligent and lock in and get it done. Nice, you're working on your next hardest? Good luck, man. Best of luck. And let that be a lesson, or not a lesson. Let that be a message to everybody here right now. If you are working on a new best currently, or a new hardest, I hope that that goes well for y'all. May the PBs come easy and the clears be deserved. Know what I'm saying? From the effort you have put in. Yo, y'all, we're almost at 700 followers on Twitch. What the heck? We could break it today. Genuinely. There was superstitions. Visions in my mind. There was superstition. Hey, dude, it's the same freaking like line. Oh wait, it's because it actually is. We had 60 viewers while I was gone. Wait, did we actually peak in viewership while I wasn't even here? That's hilarious. Wait. Does that mean my chair stream is electric? Did y'all enjoy the chair stream? That's so funny. It's like the SpongeBob scene when they do the talent show and they keep like SpongeBob comes out on stage and everybody starts cheering and then Squidward comes out and they're just like dead silent. So in that metaphor, I'm Squidward and my chair is SpongeBob. So when I went to the bathroom, everyone was just like, yeah, finally! Yeah, the chair stream, yeah! Which is crazy. I thought I was funny. I'm not even the fart. How am I supposed to recover from that? There was superstition. In your mind. I guess I'll just sing Stevie Wonder. My favorite quote is TJ saying, let's crack it today. Yeah, mine too. Every time I hit the go live button on twitch.tv/TeejVeen, my goal is to crack it. Today it's Deadlocked. Tomorrow it'll be something else. Superstitions in the out. Good luck on this run. Thanks, Decryptics. Appreciate ya. I appreciate all the support today, y'all. It's been kind of sick. W Twitch viewers. The chair was very entertaining. I guess I have to aspire to be more like my chair. I didn't even think my chair was that special. I thought it was just, like, I'm pretty sure it's just like some crappy chair I got off of the internet. But apparently it must have very, maybe not the best upholstery, but at least like that natural talent that lends itself to being a streamer. You know what I'm saying? Which is weird because my chair is not much of a yapper. It's more of a crapper. Chairisma. And that's why y'all watch me. Your chair is way funnier than you, bro. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. My chair's been around. My chair's seen some stuff. And I haven't seen much. I've been very sheltered my whole life. I mostly just stay inside and play video games. Is that bad? Should I go outside more? Every time I go outside, I kind of get tired. But when I play video games, I feel energized. It makes my brain feel good. Kingdom Hearts remix, by the way. No. Dude, what the freaking heck? It's like the journey of a million miles starts with a single step or whatever. Freaking peeing Emo. Right, chat? His chair is actually a world-renowned comedian. What's a good comedian's name that would work with a chair? Or chair in its name as a pun. Concerto. No, that's not a comedian. That's the name of something. A concerto. Who in here a KH fan? I think most millennials or younger millennials or older Gen Zers, if I had to assume. I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan. I grew up with it. Me and my roommate Austin, we were streaming on a channel together a couple years ago. We streamed him playing Kingdom Hearts the first time. He did not like it. It turns out a lot of that gameplay is really frustrating to someone who did not grow up with it. Someone who did not just like subjugate themselves to how finicky some of the gameplay can be in the first one at a young age. It's kind of like water and oil. But he did make it all the way to Atlantica. And that's good grind, you know? Like that's a good, what, like halfway through the game? Maybe like a third? I played it recently, actually, Peak Fiction. Yeah, I think Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2 specifically are very solid games. I'm gonna start grinding Deadlocked soon too. That's based, Okie boy. I wish you the best of lucks on your Deadlocked endeavors. And also there is a part of me that's hoping that by me putting those good vibes out, I'll beat it today. There is a selfish part of me that thinks, oh yeah, if I send good vibes and good love, maybe it'll come back to me. Is that so messed up? Maybe. Why can I not beat this anymore? Is it the yap? That's human? Yeah. It's the classic saying of like, kind acts are innately selfish. But I think just because kind acts can innately be viewed as selfish acts, that doesn't necessarily make them bad. Like, I think it's more important that if you're doing something out of kindness, and it's self-serving, I would argue that that still has higher intrinsic value to your own humanity as well as the betterment of humanity across the board than if you're doing a selfish act out of cruelty. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think that's something a lot of people struggle with. They're just like, oh man, like, how can I be kind when ultimately by being kind, I'm just like, I'm doing it to make myself feel better. And it's like, well, yeah, but the net benefit is still like a kind act is done. Versus if you're doing something out of cruelty to make yourself feel better, it's a net negative and the other person feels bad. Does that make sense? Anyway, I need to lock in. Sorry, I get philosophical sometimes. And I prosphilicize. What's up, Godo? How's it going? What's up, Heisenberg? Say my name. You're a vampire. Yeah, apparently Geode's broken because of the new Geometry Dash update. The streets are saying. But I haven't used Geode yet, so I don't know. Mods! Do we have a mod? Thank you. Say my name. Is that impression pretty good? Yo, Heisenberg, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it, man. Okay, here we go. I'm back at memory ship. We're kind of cooking. What's up, Timothy? Is this somewhere over the rainbow? I think it is. Way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby. Whoa, that was a weird. They changed the melody. All right, I'm locking back in, chat. I need to. Why is this so hard? Also, what's the name of that instrument? Does anybody know? I feel like this was, is it a melodica? Like the thing playing the lead line. That's used a lot in like freaking 80s, 90s, like point and click adventure games. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just some kind of synth. I think it's a melodica. Yeah, that's just what my brain told me. It could be something else. If Julian was here, he'd know. Ooh, those Mario sound effects, basically. I don't know why those twinkly parts remind me of Mario. I think it's just a synth. I mean, yeah, it's some kind of synth for sure, right? But I wish I knew specifically what. Basically, I just want to know everything about that specific wave of sound. And make a whole album like that. The Infinite Stairs? Yeah, a little bit. I'm a proud owner of one. Yeah, I wish I had like a really nice synth. Then I would probably use it once and let it gather dust. But it would be pretty cool. Oh. Yo, Tej, when you play Slaughterhouse, probably a while. That's an Extreme Demon, right? Yeah, it probably was a square wave. That sounds right. Dude, it is so hard to lock in on this. Top 21? Jeez. That's brutal, man. Next week? Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. Next week. Thanks, Radio Galaxy. I sometimes forget to make that joke. Usually when someone asks me when I'm doing something, I typically either say probably tomorrow or next week. So if you're newer here in chat, you now know that inside joke. I wish I was high on pot news. Take me there. Oh, I'm locking back in, chat. We've broken the dry spell. Count it, chat. 1. I just needed to remember what it felt like to be loved and cherished. Going for 2. Dude, this part's so hard. Real runs win pretty soon. I want to get 2 in a row. Because honestly, our consistency on this final 64 to 100 is just so bad. I feel like it's a bit unrealistic to keep sending attempts when it's like, every time I get on this part, it's like flipping a 10-sided coin to see if I actually beat it. You know what I'm saying? Also, what's up, Jeppis? How's it going? I remembered how to pronounce your name. Kind of a W. I'm that guy. You know what I'm saying, chat? Like, I feel like most of you that have actually made meaningful progression in this game get it. Like, this just feels like a measured, strategic decision to me. I'm just like, why would I, like, this part's super tough, especially under pressure. It doesn't make sense to send attempts when it's still so freaking inconsistent. It's getting more consistent. It's more consistent than it's ever been, but it's like, it's literally like worse than a coin flip. Like, I would say at this point, it's not even like a... By the time we beat like Club Step and Toe 2, I said that it was like 50-50, whether like if we got past the hard choke point near the end, whether we would beat it. At this point, I don't even think it's a 50%. I think we're still at like 10%. Just because of how hard or like how chokeable dual wave into mini wave is. All levels I play have a really easy ending. I wish mine did. I mean, Deadlocked is kind of different than any other level we've played. Would y'all agree? Like, I feel like most levels don't have this precise of like a finale to it. They have chokeable spots, but not like... I think that this like 70%, this dual wave into mini wave is like, I think technically the hardest part of the whole level. And it's crazy that it's like all the way here, which is intense. Deadlocked feels like a final boss. I mean, for sure. For sure. And I don't want it to come easy. Like, I like how difficult this is, but, you know, enjoying a challenge and just kind of smashing your head against the wall and expecting a different outcome, you know, those are two different things. So I'm kind of just trying to prepare myself the best way I can. And I think the best way I can is practicing this exceedingly difficult part. You know, prepare for the worst, expect the best type thing. It's getting more consistent. 1, count it, 1. If we weren't at the end, it wouldn't be an easy demon. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like if this was like literally at the beginning of the level, I probably could have beat it in like 2 days. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I get it. But that's another part I like about this game is like it kind of trains your nerves as well. Like your ability to manage your own nerves. I think that's why it's so addicting. Like the better you get, the more you're just like, oh crap. And each thing you overcome, there's like another like more anxiety-ridden hill right behind it. We're back to 0. Schwoops. My whole relationship with geometry dash is just if you feel like you can do it, you can't practice more. Yeah. Well, that's hard, right? Because a lot of us as gamers too, we just have like pretty strong gamer egos. I think it's easy to fall into that line of thinking of just like, if I just keep brute forcing it, I can get it. And I know I fall victim to that quite a lot, right? Like it's hard not to. Because sometimes we are awarded for just like pushing and working harder. And so it's hard to fall out of that kind of false reward system because you've been rewarded by it so many times, especially as an inexperienced player. A lot of times when you're an amateur or like a casual player at something, you are rewarded simply from just like sending attempts over and over again. But the higher difficulty something gets, that's really when you need to like take a step back and be like, okay, what's my strategy for actually improving at this thing? What are the points that I'm struggling with the most? How do I mitigate my mistakes on those sections rather than looking at this whole thing as like one level, 0 to 100%? You know what I'm saying? But I'm familiar with that because that's exactly how learning how to speedrun a game is. You have to break it. Like, you can't look at it as just like, okay, I'm doing Super Mario 64 16 star, and that's what I'm trying to do. You have to be able to break it down into reasonable small components and identify which components are causing you the most trouble. But that's also problem solving in a nutshell. Finding both the problem that's giving you the most trouble, but also the problem that needs the most attention. Which is why I think that like typically like more like nerdy or geeky people tend to fall in love with gaming so much is it's because the deeper you get into the game, the more refined your sense of problem solving and strategic thinking needs to be. And that's addicting in and of itself, right? You're just like, oh, like I can't just progress by playing the game anymore. Or I can, but it would be a lot slower than if I actually figure out what's causing me the biggest bottleneck as a player versus what some guy on YouTube in a YouTube video is saying is the common bottleneck for new players. What is my bottleneck as an intermediate player that I need to diagnose and solve? What's up, Luigi? But that's at least my perspective on it. I also need to sip more coffee soon. But I think that's also where like newer players can often find themselves in this kind of not quite intermediate hell. And I think that's why a lot of people, like I've had people in my chat who come in for levels that I've already beaten and they're just like, yo, do you have any tips for this level? And I'm just like, I don't really. And I don't necessarily think that watching a video is going to give you the tips that you need. I think it's a skill that people need to work on, being able to self-identify what your problems are, because the only person who knows what's specifically causing issues for you is yourself. Even an outside observer, like people have coaches and stuff, they can give you a bit of an idea of what they see, that they see as a repeated issue that you do. Yo, Daniel, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. But ultimately, you know emotionally and psychologically what part of a level or what part of a game causes you to tense up, causes you to choke, or just simply you, time and time again, can't replicate success on. You know what I'm saying? And that's why YouTube tutorials that have general knowledge are so helpful when you're entry level at something, but they kind of peter off the second you get like any semblance of efficacy in a game, in your skill expression. Please beat this, TJ. I spent 5K on yes. I still believe. Do people in chat still believe? I'm sorry I'm yapping, but like, this is a means to the end. I think I'm literally doing right now what I need to do to beat Deadlocked today. What's up, WW Oink? I believe. Based. Base chill, bro. You get so much better at the game. You beat Toad 2 quickly as hell. Yeah, I think, just to what I was saying, I'm good at self-identifying what seems to be giving me trouble and then adjusting. But I don't think I have a natural knack for that. Again, it just comes from experienced speedrunning and a lot of trial and error. Because some people make the false equivalency that if you're failing at something, it's bad. But it really is true. Like, the more you fail at something and the more you can, like, take lessons away from those failures and use it as kind of like armor to improve yourself, I think the better off you are in anything you're trying to improve at, but especially life. What's up, Lushy? My hardest is toe 2 or club step. Pick whatever you want. But after this, it'll be Deadlocked. But I suppose it's a matter of opinion. I don't think you need to beat it 3 times in a row. That feels a bit much. Yeah, I think that's fair. Be proud of your death count on God. But again, that's to bring my whole thing full circle. Yes, you as an outside observer think I don't need to beat it 3 times in a row. I, as me, can tell you I would feel a lot more confident if I beat it 3 times in a row. And I know myself better than you do. Just keeping it a buck. If you're able to fluke this level without getting the consistency, I think that's fine. I am not. That being said, I don't think I'm going to go for full 3 in a row, just out of like trying to keep this stream still entertaining. I think I'm going to go for twice in a row just because that's a little more feasible, because I do want to get back into run/attempts just because it's been a sec. So don't worry, I'm not going to go for 3 anymore. I would like to get 2 in a row though. But I mean, this is the boring part, chat. This is the part that no one really talks about, that isn't really all that sexy. It's just kind of doing something over and over again until it clicks in your brain. That's everything. Everything in this life. It's the boring, unsexy part of improvement at any skill. Doing it over and over again until you got it. And I love being able to share that journey with all of you. I think it's cool. All right, that's 1, chat. Count it. Going for 2. I will read your name in just a sec. Lushy, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it, dude. Yo, we are like 2 followers away from 700 followers on Twitch. Thank you so much for the follows today. I really appreciate it. With your support, I think we can beat Deadlocked. And this muscle memory is feeling a lot better. It's feeling a lot better. We've come a long way today. The Dasher we were yesterday and the Dasher we are today are 2 different entities. I'm quite proud. Wait, was this twice in a row? No, it wasn't. It was close, though. You will eventually beat it? Hey, that's the thing. Chat, The one way you guarantee that you will eventually overcome something that you are currently challenged by is by not giving up. That is fundamental truth about life. The second you give up, that is your truth. You've given up. But if you keep going, it becomes less a question of if, and it becomes more of when, and it becomes more of an inevitability. So if you have faith in yourself, that's why I genuinely believe that you can accomplish anything you put your mind to. It's just hard sometimes to put your mind to something because failure doesn't feel great. You know what I'm saying? And that's something like I'm never going to like try and... I would never try to convince anybody that failure feels good. It doesn't. Failure feels crappy and it makes you feel bad about yourself and it makes you second guess yourself. But it's a valuable thing that you have to experience in order to improve. What's up, Cheeky Thor? How's it going? Hope you're having a great day. Okay, 1. Consistency is getting better, by the way. Cheeky Thor, thanks for the follow. Oh my gosh. We're 1 follow away from 700. That is crazy, y'all. Or maybe, are we at 700? Wait, actually it just updated to 700. Yo, W700 followers. Thank you, chat. W chat, W community. Thank you all. I'm getting it every other run, I'm saying. Yo, King Crollo, thanks for the follow. Yo, thanks so much, y'all. Wait, I think we genuinely beat this level today. I think I was 700th. W 700th follower. All right, sorry, I locked out a bit. I got super hyped by all the new follows. Thanks, guys. I appreciate ya. Lock back in. Okay, I'm gonna sip my coffee because I need more. What's your favorite movie? My favorite movie is Super Unk. My favorite movie is Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which I think is from 1986. But it's just generally a feel-good movie, but I also think it has really powerful themes about coming of age, but also just staying true to yourself. Would wreck if you haven't seen it. It's got that quote, life goes by pretty fast. If you don't stop and smell the roses once in a while, you might miss it. Holy Unk on God. Epic Battle On, that is such a based chat message. Thank you. I used to say this all the time on stream, but it sounds like cope. It sounds so bad because it's just like the streamer coming to their own defense. Yes, the nerves when you're streaming and you have a bunch of people in chat, and don't get me wrong, like, I love it. It's why I love streaming this game. It's because people get, like, it's exciting to have an audience of people all, like, cheering me on. It's sick. But the nerves are a lot higher than if I was just sitting in my room in the dark by myself, just sending back-to-back attempts. And that's where I think a lot of the ambiguity is lost on people who don't stream. It's like, y'all are seeing this and you're just like, oh, dude, you choked that one part. And it's like, dude, so would you. If a random person walked into your room right now and started watching you play a video game, you would blush and you would like self-destruct. One person. I'm not saying that as a flex. I'm just saying, like, we're all human. Things get a lot more stressful when, like, it's on the line and people are watching. Come on. Just got 72 on the Lightning Road while listening to Tej yapping. I'm glad that people can get something out of listening to my yaps. Cyberphil, thanks for subscribing on YouTube. W. Hope you're enjoying the stream, dude. And I hope you're having a great day. But yeah, man. It's like... And I never want to, like, lie about that. I think some people can be so nonchalant, especially content creators. They're just like, whoa, what the heck? I guess I'm doing this thing right now. It's like, no, dude, like, I know I come across as, like, pretty natural and pretty funny, pretty entertaining. This is, like, an anxious thing to do. I'm being very authentic and genuine every time I put myself on camera. It's like, it's not always easy. But I think that just because something isn't easy to do doesn't mean it's something that you should avoid. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels good to basically have to be brave every day and face my fears. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of people here, like, they might think, like, how the heck does anybody do this? And it's just like, no, man, I'm like you. I'm scared of what people might think or what they might say or how they might judge me. I just do it anyway. And I think that if there's anything in your life that you care about, whether it's streaming or something else, like, I want you to feel empowered to be able to face that feeling and just overcome it yourself. Because I think ultimately we all want something else. We all want something out of this life, but it's each of our own responsibility to rise above our own insecurity and self-doubt and take each day, carpe diem, seize the day, you know? It's not always easy, but I think it's your responsibility as the person living your life to do that. What's up, Swirly? How's it going? Hope you're having a great day. But again, that's my opinion. I know it's easier said than done. I've gone through many phases of my life where I would hear what I'm saying right now and I'd be like, but that's different because you're you and I'm me. And it's just like, oh, man. I'm no better than anyone here and no one here is any better than me. You know what I'm saying? We're all the same. We're all the same. I genuinely believe that. That's why I like motivating folks. I think that the way the world gets better is by people living their most authentic and genuine versions of themselves. Genuinely. I think that's how we kind of counteract how negative the world can be these days. So I want to be a force for good and also a source for motivation to help others do that. Sorry, I got scared. I'm locking back in. I got some yaps out. I'm locking back in. Feeling good. Okay. The chain is coming back. If I wore a chain, would you think I'm cool? When Teej starts singing, you know for a damn fact it's Teej. Yeah! Sorry, my mic cut out. Dude, why does my mic always do that? Okay, let's go for 2, chat. Sorry, I've run a census and most people hate it when I sing. Did you know that? So I apologize. We're close. But chat, I would say even if the whole world tells you to not sing, if you got a song in your heart, you got to sing it. Teej, you're cool even without a chain? Thanks, man. I think everyone here is like, I don't think anyone here needs to wear a chain to be cool. Can I just say that? I think as long as y'all don't wear a chain or well, if you want, you can also wear a chain if you want. Sorry. I shouldn't be so presumptuous. I think some people want to wear a chain. If you want to wear a chain and you feel empowered by wearing a chain, you should. Let's be clear about that. I don't want anyone to be talked out of wearing it. Like, I feel like some people here right now were really excited about wearing their new chain today, and then I was starting to say something, and then they're like, maybe I don't do it. And I don't want to do that. I think you should wear a chain if you want to wear a chain. 1, by the way, we're going for 2. And if you don't want to wear a chain, you shouldn't wear the chain. But don't let anyone talk you into not wearing the chain. It should be your own decision. At the end of the day, you do possess your own autonomy and your ability to do things. Yes, wait, huge. We're getting it, chat, we're getting it. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, now I just need to not choke. I know I said 2, chat. You know what we have to do. We have to go for 3. We don't have to get 3, but we have to go for 3. The voice? What? I was just talking with my regular voice. Do you guys get creeped out when I use my regular voice? That's how my voice sounds. No! Okay, I want to get one more clear and then we'll do more attempts. But I need to get one more clear. I can't end on a failed attempt. I need to end on a successful attempt. But then we'll do more runs. Don't worry. Don't worry. We got the 2 in a row, which means we've worked on the muscle memory. Our goal has now changed. We just need for confidence to clear the level. Do we understand that? Cheeseburger? Okay, it seems like we understand that. Thank you. Thank you for the cheeseburger. I want one more clear from 64% to 100, chat, and then we are going to send more runs and attempts. I do believe that we will beat Deadlocked today. Thank you for your patience. Viewers are cool, y'all. Viewers are cool. It's all good. Let them be. If people want to watch one of the best streams on twitch.tv, that is their prerogative. We ain't need to, you know. If you think this stream is entertaining, please watch it. If you don't, click off. Please, for the love of God. Be your own person. Be your own person and feel empowered to be that. What's up, So High? What's up, Tibbs? This song's beautiful, man. Is this Breath of the Wild? Can I be honest? I've never really played Breath of the Wild. I've like played past the tutorial, but it just didn't really hook me. I'm not saying that as like a hater. I don't think it's for me. But I would fight for anyone's right to play Breath of the Wild, and that's on God. The consistency growing crazy today. Dude, I genuinely think we beat the level today. This level getting beaten today, man. Dude, I'm glad people in chat are getting it. I'm glad we're all on the same page. It's been a long journey, y'all. We've been fighting these main levels for almost a freaking month. Almost 100 hours of gameplay over nearly 30 days of streams. If one in English points upward and one in Japanese points to the side, do Japanese people count with their fingers sideways? I think that's a strange conclusion to come to. End statement. Loving the consistency, dude. Thanks, Swirly. Deadlocked actually is a hard demon. Is that real? I got you, Bacon Looter. Don't worry. For everybody who spent their bubbles on yes, we're beating Deadlocked. Don't even worry about it. It's not even a question. It's not even a question. And if I fail, I definitely won't cry on stream. Trust me. Trust me. I'm not going to let you down. And if I let you down, I wouldn't feel like a colossal failure and like I let you down really bad. It like doesn't even bother me like that. Okay, here's the clear, chat. No! Wow, dude, if I died on that platform at 88% in an actual run, I would uninstall the game. And y'all can clip that, and if it happens, I'll be putting in my resignation letter. Y'all can hold me personally accountable for what I've said. I'd be insulted if you didn't, you know? Oh, dude, I just need the Pokemon Center jazz. The Teej luck is working. I'm glad people are getting PBs. Get y'all's PBs, chat. I appreciate the lurk. If you got a lurk while you got your own PBs, it's all good. There's no right way to watch the stream. Either I'm first screen content and you're hanging out with us in chat. I'm second screen content. Hell, I could be third screen. I could even be fourth screen. I have no ego connected to this. If you're in the stream at all, I think you're a walking W. I could be a 10th screen and you have me on mute and I'm on like your iPad and it's under a blanket and you've forgotten about me and the battery's about to die. I think that's based. One more clear? Yeah, I need to lock in. I'm sorry. Honestly, though, like when I'm practicing the muscle memory while yapping, I do think it's kind of a buff. Because I think that if you can beat a hard part of the level while not really paying attention, I do think it's deeper in your muscle memory than when you're hard focused. Does that make sense? I don't know the full like psychology or theory behind it, but I have to think that's true. At least for me. Piano. Okay, this is it. This is the clear. I will read your name in just a second. Thank you for the follow. What's up, Optical Illusion? How's it going? Yastaba, or it's Yastaba GD. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, dude. All right, chat. It is time once again. It is time once again to send some runs that is right epic battle on. It is the final day of Deadlocked. We will beat it. Our current PB is 77%. We've choked on 77% a few times today. I will take any PB, but obviously the dream is to beat the whole level. Let's see. Did you like that? Don't even pretend like you didn't. You made it that far in the video. Well, did you know that I stream Monday through Friday on Twitch and YouTube, and you could catch me live and get to be a part of the experience when it happens? Also, if you don't care about that, or otherwise you want to see more of the video that you just watched, link in the description to watch the full VOD. Do that, please. I have a black eye because I play basketball sometimes. Bye.